Speaking of that guy, President Donald Trump had quite an interesting dinner, I will say, Libby, with none other than Kid Rock, of course, Dana White, and Bill Maher, the special guest. And I think my favorite thing is to have experienced Bill Maher before and Bill Maher after sitting down and having dinner with President Trump, because it's very hard to go face to face with the president and walk away thinking he's a bad person, walk away thinking he's this dictator in chief, he's this awful monster like the left has always painted him. Actually, the exact words Bill Maher had was, he said his mind was blown, Libby, at this dinner that he had with President Trump, that the president was gracious and measured. And I thought that it was so nice that these two sat down together. And it gives me a lot of hope for the future, Libby.
Yeah, I thought it was great also. And it shows that two people can disagree on policy and they can still come together for dinner and have a nice time and enjoy each other and respect each other's positions. And that's really what American discourse is all about. You know, I mean, we agree to disagree all the time. And this is a guy who's been bashing Trump for years. Yeah. And so to have him come and sit down and have a nice dinner and just talk about things, I thought it was actually even a little bit heartwarming, you know?
Yes, yeah. I agree. It was lovely. Imagine that. You know, he does say he's not going MAGA, though, Kay. He's like, oh, don't get me wrong. It was interesting to me because whenever he had to talk about this, he talked about it on a show on Friday. It felt like he really wanted to go all in and say, like, I had this amazing time. I was wrong about President Trump. He's actually a great guy. And I don't think he's this crazed lunatic like I've been talking about for years. But it felt like he couldn't quite get there. Like he didn't want to fully lose the audience. Kay, did you have that same impression?
I don't even think it's the audience. Let's be honest. He can't go there because he's scared about losing his network. He's scared, like, I don't know if you guys have ever spent time around all those like Hollywood creepy lizard people types who run all of these major networks, all of whom have backed Bill Maher for his entire career. You know, it doesn't matter how out there you are as a comedian. If you have a deal with any of these major networks, there's going to be someone in a suit telling you what you can and cannot do. Yeah. And for the most part, you know, these guys believe them. Bill Maher believes them. I really do think that if he got out and went out on his own, he wouldn't see the same kind of success as Tucker, but he'd be up there. Like, I really do think he would. And I think it's because he'd be allowed to say everything that you just described. I think he would absolutely go out there and say, actually, yeah, you know what, guys? Right now, I am down to make America great again. Because it's simple, it's clean, and I met the guy who's running it, and it turns out, like everyone's been saying, like screaming for the longest time ever, he's a good guy, and he knows what he's doing. That's why most of you all voted for him. I would have too, if I could, but I can't. So, you know, that's just a legality thing.
You're probably right. I think if he could really say what he wanted, he probably would have been a little more forceful with his applause and approval of President Trump. But I do give him credit. I give him a lot of credit for going to this dinner, for sitting down, and then for coming out and talking about it. Because, you know, you could come out and just be like, I don't know, he still sucks. But at least he gave us a little bit. I'll take it. I'll tell you that much.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.